Hello, this is Dylan Scott. I'm going to be doing my Chapter 7 Current Events Hot Topic video. Hope everyone's having a great week. So this week, our chapter was on sexual harassment. So I found an article on from ChicagoSunTimes.com, which I believe is a newspaper there, or it could just be an internet news. But what it was, long story short, dozens, so 12 females went to sue the city of Chicago for unfair physical agility tests. These tests, they said, were designed to make women fail and not possible for women to pass. So the test, or the lady said that it required strength that only a man could have in the upper body. One of it was being drag a dummy up 6 flights of stairs that weighed 280 pounds, and the other one was to jump up onto an 18-inch box on a beat of a metronome without missing a beat, holding 25-pound dumbbells in each hand. So this makes me wonder is how can a fire department make a physical agility test that is equal for male or female? There has to be some type of fairness involved, but physical agility is physical agility. You either can or you can't do it. There's parts of a CPAT test, which I had to do, that was much more difficult because I am a smaller male, and I'm short. I'm only 5'2", 5'3", and there's one part where you have to take a pipe pole and push up against the weight. Most guys can just use their lower legs and kind of hold the pipe pole with straight arms. However, with me being short, I had to use my legs and pull up on the pipe pole. So I had a disadvantage because I am smaller, but you have to make do. So I see how this can be kind of a gray area, but there has to be some type of understanding that a physical agility test is to see if you can do the job physically. I don't know how that test is unfair for females. I don't see anything to me that would be, show that it was biased at all. Kind of just on my background, I am a personal trainer for functional fitness. I hold the United States Strength and Conditioning certificate for tactical training for police, fire, and military. I'm involved in the fitness community for a long time. To me, I know there's women out there that would absolutely smoke that physical agility test with hard work. There's guys out there that can't do it at all, and I know there's females that are. So there's a weird line there. Kind of makes me also think about my own fire department. We have one female that is on our department right now. Before the CPAT, my department had its own physical agility test to get hired, and this particular female was not able to pass the test, our physical agility test, but was still given a job, even though in our policy it states they must pass the test. So I don't know how that worked out. I know if I didn't pass the test, I wouldn't have got the job. But she did not pass and was still given a job. So there has to be fairness and equality across the line on both sides, for males and females. I know it's always a struggle for departments to figure out that line sometimes, especially with this physical agility thing, but it can be done. Whatever the physical agility test is, I don't think you can truly make it biased against male or female. The job is equal. At the end of the day, we're pulling, the same hose line. We're, going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be carrying the same people, so we have to be able to make sure we can do that. If you can't pass the physical agility test, then I'm sorry, you can't pass it. So I'm a little kind of disagree with their lawsuit. Um, I don't know the full details of it, but like I said, there's women that are much stronger and much bigger than me, and that doesn't put me at a disadvantage. Or it does put me at a disadvantage, but that just means I have to work harder in that. Um, you can always become stronger. It's that simple, I believe. Like I said, I come from a fitness industry as well. If you want to be able to carry a 280-pound dummy up 6 flights of stairs, then train for it. I know that if I didn't train for something like that, I wouldn't be able to pass it. So going into that test, I would train for it and prepare myself for that. This job is very physically demanding. We have to make sure that we can do all aspects of it. It's not fair to anyone on the department or our citizens if someone isn't physically fit enough. On a previous chapter, I talked about physical fitness for all fire members. I believe that it should be required annually. I think that the state of Kentucky needs to go to a CPAT physical agility test every single year. Guys get hired at a young age, they can pass it. 10 years from now, they put on 60 pounds and they can barely walk up a flight of steps. That's not just unfair to themselves, but it's unfair to me. If he or she goes down in a fire because they're extremely overweight, we all know how firefighters are. I'm going to kill myself trying to get that person out. And if they're overweight and just that out of shape and can't even help themselves, now you've not only maybe possibly killed yourself, you've killed me. So I think physical agility tests need to be equal. But if you can't pass it, you can't pass it. I hope that doesn't sound completely horrible, but that's just my take on it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think I'm crazy, or let me know if I think I'm right on the right path here. Love to hear back from you guys. Thanks.